Oh man, that Luka Doncic, man, that was one of the most spectacular performances I've seen in Olympic basketball in a long, long time. I I was nearly late to work today, but was it worth it? Staying up until like 2? Oh yeah. Now, let's get right into it. Welcome to Speaker Sports. This is Sparsh speaking, and today we are going to break down the Slovenia and Argentina basketball game that was just debuted in the Olympics yesterday, the other round. So this is Group C, and let's just start off by looking at the box score before we talk about the key performances. So the final score for this was 100 to 118, and honestly, it really felt like Slovenia won by a lot more. We'll talk more about that later. So first things first, some key players for Argentina. Luis Scola, man, it feels like he'll never retire from the NBA, but he had a great performance tonight. 9 for 18 shooting. He didn't do great from the three-point line, but he finished the game with 23 points. And Facundo Campazzo from the Denver Nuggets, 7 for 16, could be better at shooting. He had some poor efficiency from the three as well, but he finished with 21 points. And now for Slovenia. Oh man. So Prepelic with 22, and then Luka Doncic. Holy crap, man. This guy, he nearly dropped a 50 piece last night. And I'm honestly surprised that it was just 48. It really felt like he was dropping a lot more, like in the first quarter he had this like 17-0, like 17 point just straight run where Argentina had 17 points, but then Luka Doncic himself had all of 17 of Slovenia's points, and man, it just reminds me of those like LeBron days when he was with the Cavs and that series against the Pacers when he'd have like 15 or 20 point runs just on his own, and he just carried the team on his back. I mean, this is what Luka is doing here, and it's crazy because by halftime, right? Even though he finished the game with 48 points, that's impressive. But what's even more impressive is that he had 31 points by halftime, and that he was on pace to over 60, almost breaking the Olympic record. And it's just so impressive to see the way he just carries the game so well. And he shot 18 for 29. He took a lot of his shots from 3-point, almost half of his shots from 3-point. 6 for 14. He also did great from the free throw line as well. He's not really known for making those free throws in the playoffs, but 6 for 7. I mean, I'll take that. That's a great night from him. But it's crazy because he had 31 points at half last night by halftime, and Team USA in their loss, in a previous video that I was talking about, they had 31 points to finish off their game against France. And see, the difference is that Luka, he knows this EuroLeague system, right? He's been playing in it for a long time. He got the EuroLeague MVP at age 16, and he even said one time that it's easier to score in the NBA than it is, in Europe. And we've been seeing him live up to these words, dropping 30-point triple doubles in series against the Clippers. He's averaging nearly a triple double this season, and he's only 22. He's like my age, and he's dropping these crazy numbers already. And even in the Olympic qualifier, this guy, he dropped a 30-point triple double to qualify his team for the Olympics. And I mean, to drop 48 points on an Olympic debut at such a young age, I literally do not know what to say about this. I'm at such a loss for words because this guy, he makes everything look so effortless. He's got the shot going, he's got the fadeaway going, and even that one special highlight where he just does a behind the back pass, it just makes it look so effortless. And this is a team that you must be watching out for. They can definitely upset the other big teams in the playoffs, possibly France, Spain, maybe even the USA, man. Who knows? I mean, we don't know what the USA is even doing right now, right? Because I was sort of talking about in last video how the USA has sort of been unhappy with Greg Popovich's offense. And, you know, when you look at this box score, right, there is something really different that you see in this box score than you do in the USA's box score. You know, I touched in the previous video that the USA box score, you know, a lot of people were shooting inefficiently, but, you know, there was lots of shot distribution amongst, you know, a lot of the players. And KD, he only took like 12 shots last game, right? And yeah, that's an uncharacteristic night for KD, but he's one of those guys that can easily turn up like in a quarter, even if he's shooting like less than 50%, less than 40%, right? And, you know, when you're not getting those touches, you're not getting those chances to shoot, I mean, it's hard to really, you know, generate some offense. But then again, you know, KD got himself to offensive trouble and he fouled out, because remember, in the FIBA rules, you foul out at 5 fouls, not at 6, right? So that also took him out the game. But you see how the offense here with Slovenia, it is really centered along Luka Doncic. Like, this guy is the system. He runs everything. And, you know, he is the main shot taker in this, like 18 for 29. That's great to see from him. You know, you see him at such a young age take great command of this team, and also just get his teammates involved. Like, he was also getting lots of good, you know, passes here and there, right? You know, this guy got 11 rebounds, right, and 5 assists. You know, though he had 6 turnovers, I mean, he definitely made it up for everything else offensively. And I mean, the team overall, they shot 50%, right, from field goal, and although they were 37.2, I mean, percent from 3, I mean, like that, you know, that speaks to how great the offense is when Luka Doncic is running them. And this is something that Team USA can honestly take away from this. If they can sort of find a way to have somebody be like the main offensive shot creator, whether it's, you know, Kevin Durant, Damian Lillard, or Jason Tatum. You see the problem is that, like, there's so many guys that play that sort of the isolation style, or, you know, and it's just hard to, you know, really figure out who's going to be the one that's taking the shot. You know, that everybody's being so passive and just passing to each other. They're all really afraid of, oh, who's going to be the one to, you know, take command. But you see Luka doing this at 22, and it's like, this is something you can take an example out of. You know, this is what the European players are evolving right into, and, you know, the world's just catching up, right? You know, there's been a lot of posts I've seen lately, you know, on Instagram. You know, that one special Kobe ad, the FIBA ad, you know, he's like, yeah, USA, you don't get comfortable, right? I mean, yeah, don't get comfortable, because, you know, teams like Slovenia, they're on the rise. You know, you see these young guys coming up, getting everybody involved, and, you know, taking command with this FIBA system, you know, not really like the isolation system like what a lot of the NBA players play. You know, everybody sort of understands their role pretty well, and they all play defense pretty nicely, right? And, you know, the USA has a lot, you know, to work on, and they can definitely take away from this performance and see, all right, maybe if we have somebody else sort of, you know, be the primary offense instead of, you know, kind of distributing along, maybe they will be fine. That's something we'll see. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing that match later on, but I'm definitely going to be keeping an eye out for Slovenia. They are definitely one of the most exciting teams to see, especially Luka Doncic. I mean, he's just, to see somebody like my age and just lighting it up on the world stage like that, you can't be anything but happy for him, right? I was so tired late at night, you know, it's like, I just want to fall asleep. But I mean, I see Luka score like 17 of 17 of Slovenia's points like the first quarter. I'm like, okay, I'm definitely staying up. I'm gonna, you know, text my manager that I'm gonna be late for work. He'll understand. I mean, it's fine. But this is exciting, man. Luka is definitely cementing himself as, like, you know, one of the top players in the NBA already at such a young age, and it's just so exciting to see what, you know, this guy's future will be. I mean, wow, it's just impressive, you know, on an Olympic debut and at just such a young age. I've said this so many times, I'm a broken world record at this point, but I'm at a loss for words just at how amazing he is. Anyways, what did you think of Luka Doncic's performance? What letter grade would you give it? Personally, for me, A++. I mean, it's a virtuoso performance, and on a debut as well. I can't really give anything below that. So that's it for me today. I'm just gonna cut the video here. This is more sort of reaction, and I'm really excited to be posting some more stuff later on. So make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and please make sure to hit the notification bell, because this also helps our channel grow and also makes us more excited to post videos for you guys as well. Make sure to check out our Instagram, Speak True Sports, our Twitter, Speak True Sport, and also our website, speaktruesports.com. You know, we're looking forward to posting a lot of stuff during this Olympic time and keeping you all updated with our videos. And yes, that's about it. You know, make sure you have a good night. Stay awesome. Take it easy. This is Sparsh from Speak True Sports, and I'm signing out.